Hey everyone, and good evening. It is November 16th, 2022, and welcome to Recharging Chat. I am Sharon Kimberly Cravens, and Dr. Murado is here this evening with us to talk about all things Cellcore and life hacks related. So we're going to go over a couple of really great, easy ways to use the products that aren't necessarily, you're not necessarily taking them internally, but you're going to use them in other handy dandy ways. So we're going to go over those with you and give you some tips and tricks to help you further detox your body and use these products for all kinds of awesome, wonderful things. We want positive, beneficial outcomes in our lives, and these tools help with so many different issues. And then we're going to have a check-in and see how everyone's doing after the full moon protocol and just in general to get a feel for where you're at, if you have any observations you want to share or questions. And then we're going to have a testimonial from one of our longtime practice members and amazing women, Anne-Marie Rosa. So there she is. Hi. So Dr. Lou, do you want to start off with the first life hack from Cellcore?
Sure. Yes, I do. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. And tonight, the first life hack we're going to talk about is carboxy. Carboxy, again, it's the strongest binder that Cellcore makes, and you could make a face mask out of it. What you'll do is you'll mix your carboxy with CT minerals or distilled water, and you'll make a paste, and you'll apply it to your face, leave it on for 10 minutes and rinse it off. You can also apply it in stripes under your eyes, like the football player stripes. And this is great for allergies, styes, eye puffiness. And when you put it all on your face, it's just good to draw and pull different things that you might want out of your skin. A very amazing product. The one thing I'm going to add to this hack with carboxy is you can also sprinkle a dash of it in the bathtub and you can bathe in it, and it'll help to draw stuff out of your body.
And with carboxy, you really don't need to use a lot of it. It's so powerful. It is so incredibly potent and black, basically. So when it does get in the tub, it will, you'll know it's there because it's almost like leaves this sort of brown residue. So just to touch on that, because that photo shows a black mask and it is really that dark. So you don't need a lot of it at all. Like I use under the eye bags myself, and you just need like a pinch. So just a word on that. The next one is you can use the Virad Chem binder. You can mix that, open it up, and you can mix it again with the CT minerals or a little bit of distilled water, and you can make a mask for your hands or other parts of your body that have any kind of like eczema-like issue or rash. You just leave that on for 10 minutes on the affected area, and then you rinse and just put on whatever moisturizer you like, or you can leave it dry. You can also make like a similar paste with the Virad Chem binder and CT minerals, and you can spray it to lesions or sores. So that would be something like, it says HFM or HSV sores. So can you elaborate on that a little bit, Luann?
Those are viral vesicular lesions and different types of sores that come out from different herpes viruses that sometimes people will get little blisters on their skin. So really good for that Virad Chem.
Okay, so that would be like shingles then, because shingles is a form.
You can put it on shingles.
Okay, so that's the Virad Chem binder. Next
we are going to do you have another picture for us?
Yeah, I just changed it. It's the,
Oh,
it says it's paused. Let's see.
All right.
Here we go.
I just want to make sure I'm doing the right one that you have up on the screen.
It's the advanced TUDCA.
Okay, so we're going to talk about making suppositories out of some of these products. So for if you take some cocoa butter and you put it in the freezer with some of the IS formulas, or Power 2, or Power 3, or Power 4, or the advanced Tutka, or BCATP, or even CT minerals. An alternative way to getting them into the body is a suppository. So getting some cocoa butter, mixing it up, and then making a little suppository out of it, putting it in the freezer, and then using that. That's an alternative way to get it into the system.
So just the word on that, as far as why is that the case? Because I was curious.
Well, in case people can't take it orally for some reason, or even if you're doing like a teeny tiny small amount with, like, say, a child who you're not able to get them to take anything, any pill, or maybe you can't swallow something. Maybe somebody has an issue where they're not able to swallow and they're ill. They can use this as a suppository, in a suppository form, to get it into the bloodstream.
Okay, very good. As far as that's concerned, that's going to be like that's a crafty oriented person that's going to make that. But I mean, like, it's a great idea. It's just something that I personally would never think to do. So I thought that was pretty brilliant as far as a secondary way for the body to uptake the product. Next we have, I'm not sure why my screen is pausing. Next is, let me just stop this and restart it. Bites.
Yeah.
So localized cellulitis, like a little pustule or some type of, topical sting or a bite, can be resolved with a little bit of biotoxin binder. And if you have the IS products, you can use the BART paste. You can make like a paste of the IS and the binder, mix it up so that it makes that nice little black mark right there. Put it on the bite, just leave it on the bite site. And then you can also use, I think it's the Lymphactive to help with the drainage support, to have that toxin or the venom from the bite or the sting be drained away from the site. Is that a safe statement?
Yeah, specifically spider bites, this works good for as well. So, yeah, any kind of localized cellulitis, like I've even heard of, people making that paste and just putting it on different things like poison ivy and any kind of skin irritation, and it helped calm it down.
Yeah, and you can see that in that photograph. It's like super angry and red and has like almost like a head to it, like a pustule. And then after, it's just totally calmed down and looks more like a scab.
But
So
really good for spider bites.
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The next one I'm very interested in, as are many women, many men and many people, and that is with the CT minerals for the hair.
Yeah, so if you are experiencing any hair loss, or even if you just want to use it to help condition your scalp, and if you take your CT minerals and you put it in a spray bottle with half distilled water, and you just spray this at the base of the roots daily and rub it in your hair. And you can also add a little bit of the CT minerals directly to your shampoo and your conditioner, and it'll help with added benefits. And it's also great to make a facial spray, because it rebalances your the skin's pH in seconds. So after you get out of the shower, you can spray it right on your face, and it's really good for anti-aging. And it also improves melasma. So if you ever see, it happens a lot in pregnant women, but some people too, if you're out in the sun, and you get a darkening on your face, almost like it looks like you can get a mustache or something, that you spray that on your skin and it helps with that. But for the hair loss, this is great because spraying it on the roots, just rubbing it in every day will help with that.
So that, I just think that's fantastic and it sounds so easy. What is melasma? Because I've never really heard of that word. That's like hyperpigmentation? So that's from the sun?
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of pregnant women will get it, and sometimes, just from different hormones possibly going on in our body, and we're in the sun a lot, we'll get that hyperpigmentation where it looks like almost like you have a mustache coming because your skin darkens a little bit in different areas. So you spray that on there.
Gotcha. Cool. I love that idea. Carly's asking, if you use it on your face, will facial hair grow?
No, Carly, don't worry.
Great idea. So just spray it where you want hair to grow. It's not going to work like that, right? So it's more about the pH for the skin. And
Yes.
then with the hair itself, it's remineralizing the area.
Right.
Okay. And yeah, if anybody has questions, fire away. The next one is the IS products. So those 4 tinctures that are called IS are, the boar is one of them. That's this one. So what that is short for is Borrelia. And if you have any joint pain that's associated with Lyme, one of the suggestions is that you use this IS Bor and or the IS Bart, which is the other tincture, which is Bartonella, and you can use it topically over the joint that you're having pain or discomfort. So that's pretty handy. I never thought to do that. Just having Lyme myself, there's a spot in the upper back that I have that gets chatty if I've done some things, and I would never consider placing this there, but I'm totally going to try it out. So that is super cool. The next one is para 3. Okay.
Okay, so para 3, we talked a lot about on our last Zoom or the Zoom prior to that. But if you have tooth pain, you can take your para 3 and apply it directly to your tooth. You can take Hydroxygen Plus, which we don't have right now, but we will be having. And you mix it together and with a biotoxin binder, and you can swish this around in your mouth. And you can also use CT minerals, and it'll help with tooth pain or tooth infection. You can also use IS Bart, either IS Bart or para 3. They'll both help with this, but you can just put the para 3 directly on the tooth and it'll help. The other thing that you can use the para 3 for, which is great, is if you have ear pain. So, or if your kids have ear pain, you can just lie on your side and take the para 3 and just drop a few drops in your ear. You can rub it on the mastoid right behind your ear, the bone that's right behind your ear, and it'll help with the ear pain. And you'll just do that a couple times throughout the day or throughout the night.
Okay, great. The next one is similar to the suppository, but a little bit different. And some people here maybe have done enemas, but the product is the advanced TUDCA. And the suggestion is to incorporate a TUDCA enema, which can be really helpful if you're doing a detox protocol and you're having symptoms of like stalled progression, which would manifest in, anxiety, or you're having constipation or excessive tiredness, also rashes. So TUDCA can help clear those things out and assist things in moving along. It's extremely supportive, obviously, for liver, gallbladder. Do you want to say anything else about that, Luann?
Yeah, I do, yes. So the advanced Tutka in an enema is fantastic, but I would say that to make sure that somebody who would using it would work their way up from a general warm water enema to a coffee enema, then to a Tutka enema, because it's very powerful. And a lot of people, when you hold an enema in, the advanced Tutka is not very easy to hold in. It will want you'll want to expel it really fast, but it works amazing. But it is something that you have to work yourself up to.
Okay, good point. So I just was checking on this. It says para 3 and pet's ears, general infections. Tim asking about the
Yes. Yes, Tim, you can use these on your pets. You just would dilute them. You can put CT minerals in their drinking water. They don't need a lot, just a drop or two in their bowl. But yes, all of the Cellcore herbal formulas, a lot of practitioners that I know use them on their pets as well.
Cool. Next is the IS products, Bore and Boost. And they are good for our friends.
Yes, our friends. So tick bites. At the first sign of a tick bite, you grab your Boost and your Bore, and after properly removing the tick, without crushing it or leaving its head in the skin, you want to apply IS Bore and IS Boost directly to the area. And if you have any Hydroxygen Plus, you also want to use that, and it'll drive it deeper into the skin. Now, there's a little tool that you can purchase that I just learned about this past year. And because when a tick stings, they're actually called tick stings, they bore into you. And then the reason it's hard to get them out is because as they're boring in, their little side things are opening. So it's kind of like a crowbar type action. But this tool is a tool that it circularly pulls them out. So you don't leave anything behind. And I'm going to get a picture of that, and I will bring it to our next show that we do on Zoom. But as soon as you first have a bite, you put this product on, and you can also take the formulas internally. There is a regimen that you can do that. We'll do a different Zoom for that, because it's there's a lot there.
It's involved, right?
It's involved, yeah. But for now, just if you get bit, just put this product right on your skin.
And that's specifically for ticks, whereas before with the other bites or spider bites or stings, that was para 3.
Right.
Okay, just to be clear. So the other 2 hacks we have, I do not have slides for, so sorry for the lack of visual. As far as if you ever have a canker sore, which, I mean, I get those once in a while. I feel like it's when I've had a lot of sugar, or if I've had fruit or something, I'll just get a sore and it just kills. What's really good for that is CT minerals. So you can just put a little bit on the actual sore itself inside your mouth, and that helps with healing. It's promoting healing at a cellular level, and it's really good for any kind of irritation, if it's really irritating your gum or your side of your cheek or your tongue. And next, we have one last one left.
Right.
So that's, you got it, Lou? It's for ear pain?
Yeah, so that was the, again, the para 3, if you have any ear pain or ear infections, just take that para 3, lay on your side, and drop that right into your ear. And you can do that a couple times a day, and you can do it a couple times in the evening. And you could put in as much as you want as well. You don't have to do 1 drop or 2 drops. If you can handle doing like a few rounds, that's good to do that.
And the note is that you make sure that the tympanic membrane isn't ruptured, right? So in that case, you wouldn't use it, right?
Right. Yeah.
One last thing was you can apply para-3 topically to ringworm, so it helps with that as well. So pretty cool. There's a lot of fun ideas, tips and tricks for using these products. And depending on where you are in like the phases in which protocol you're doing, you might not have carboxy, you might not have this in your arsenal, but perhaps you'll get it or you'll become more familiar with like the IS products for phase 5. And then you can think about these uses. So if anyone has any questions, fire away. We wanted to check in and see how everyone's doing after hair lice. Woohoo, I just talked to somebody about that today. Segue to hair lice. So I just was talking with a friend and a client about what is helpful preventatively, because someone in school has it and she's kind of like anticipating it's going to come around. And we were talking about oils, but I'm curious about this as well. And have you heard anything? You're muted.
I've not, but I would use the CT minerals, and I would use I would probably make a binder and make a shampoo, and I would rub the binder into my hair and just to get whatever you can with those little eggs out of there.
Okay, so like a biotoxin binder in the shampoo.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the CT minerals in a spray bottle, just
Straight into the hair. Yep.
generously apply.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good, Anne-Marie? And then Tim, you have a question?
Yeah. You're saying to use CT minerals topically for like skin aging and presumably wrinkles and things like that?
Yeah. Just CT
Okay.
minerals, spray it on your face. And
So how much would you break it down?
well, you just take take a spray bottle and it's 50-50. 50%
Okay.
distilled water, 50% CT minerals, and just spray it on your skin. Okay.
Okay. All right, great.
And it's kind of like you could eyeball it. I mean, we can tell you how much, or maybe there's a guideline, but again, for you and your body, you might be making the actual concoction yourself, and you just check in with yourself and your gut. What feels right for you? You know what I mean? I like to check in like with myself. I hold the pills sometimes and I'm like, I don't want to take 4 BCATP today. I'm feeling 2. So I go with my gut. So if you make a little spray bottle, check in and ask yourself, how much do I need? And
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, so I like that.
Thank you. I was just thinking about going into like the winter months because, we don't get as much vitamin D and, proactive thinking, right? I didn't know you could use
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's why this is so cool. Like there's all these just fun ideas. But we just get like a smaller spray bottle and then you just nice distilled water. So you want to make sure that water isn't just from the tap. And then generous amount of the minerals, if that makes sense to you. And then spray it and see how you feel. And if you feel like you need more, add more.
And then the product, the mask, was good for pulling parasites out.
The carboxy for the face. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that's like pulling something out of the skin itself and helping
Whatever's
with.
in the skin, Tim, whatever's there will come out. Doesn't
Okay.
matter what it is.
All right.
And Lou,
Thanks.
you have to go. And
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sign off.
we'll see you later.
Okay, good night.
So, have a good night. She's in a space, she's at a church and they might be closing the room, so she's got to go. But as far as that carboxy, and it's so incredibly powerful, I have put some of it in babs when I've been feeling terrible, just from different pains or I had diverticulitis, and those carboxy baths totally turned me around. And I'm talking not even a scooper full of it, probably half of a scooper full. But as far as putting it on the face, it's gonna just extract, because it's the strongest binder that they make. So you think about this is, your largest organ, and whatever goes in your skin goes into your body. So whatever's readily available, I think, in the epidermis will just kind of be sucked out. And that's my non-medical term for that. But, you
No,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay. No, you could just, again, you could try it. If you don't have carboxy, you could get a little bit, try it, see how your skin reacts to it, see how it feels, and then maybe make it a little stronger. But I've only tried it again, like under the eye bags, because I get puffiness here, and in Chinese medicine, I think that's like pancreas, spleen. And it really helps to do that, because I usually just use ice like in the morning if I feel puffy, depending on what I ate the night before. So try that carboxy under your eyes.
That's great. Oh, you just answered my question. Thank you.
Sure, of course. So anybody else want to kind of weigh in on how was your full moon protocol, or how did that go for everybody? Did anyone have anything that was like outstanding, or like for me, it was great. I felt great. I never had any issues. I'm just curious where everybody is as far as like, did you do an advanced? Did you do a intermediate? Did you do one at all?
I did an intermediate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a lot in the energy up here though.
What do you mean?
Headache through the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah. Definitely felt off.
Mm-hmm. Like every day you did it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt off as well. It was very draining while I was on it, and I think I ended a day early than normal, because
Really?
I felt like headaches or whatever it was. It was just very it was difficult, and I didn't need that at the time. So
Yeah, and that's self-care too. Like we all have these goals in mind with being on these protocols, but if you're just flat out suffering and nothing you're doing is easing it, then to stop is what you need to do. But Tony, I'm curious, like did you do anything? Did you tweak your dosage? Did you take anything different or do anything to mitigate your headaches?
No, I just kept going through it because I think it was more, I think there's just so much up here right now, just in the environment.
Okay. So it's almost like you probably were just in the soup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and like just because I've only done 2 advanced or maybe 3, I do feel like for me, it's gotten easier and easier. So now it's like an advanced, it's like, no, it's not as much of a big deal for me, but everyone's different. And where are you in the phases, Tony?
I think phase 4B, just about finished with it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're getting through it.
Yeah, I've done the intermediate protocol for a while now, and that's why I'm saying there's something in the environment that was really triggering, and maybe Tim was feeling it too.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's more external, I think.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That makes sense, because I was thinking, well, why was this rough for you? But fascinating. Did anybody else have that? Like Carly, did you experience that?
No, I actually skipped it this time, but I will say that I was just noticing a lot of the sky with all the chemtrails and stuff, seemed like they were really heavy during that time.
Wow.
I did see the moon, I think maybe one night.
So there was a clear night, but not on the whole.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, well, I mean, God only knows what is in those and how that affects us. So it sounds like something was up with you guys and that
Mhm.
This area, this area of the country, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what about Anne Marie? I think Anne Marie, are you almost done with phase 5? You're muted, darling. There you go.
I'm on 4B as well, and I never had any kind of adverse effects except for this time. I did the intermediate for the moon challenge. I had vertigo, I had a headache, and then the full moon was Tuesday. By Thursday, I felt fine,
Wow.
and that never happened before.
Really? Okay. So something's
Same,
going on.
same. Yeah, something.
Something's going on. That's crazy. So there's a consensus here. And I know Ellen is in, or she's gone, but she's in Hawaii. So I'd be curious to see what her, I don't know that she's begun, but anyways. All right, cool. So I'd be curious to say what Dr. Luann would suggest for that, or how else to better protect yourself. I mean, we all do so many things, right? Like, it's just part of the gig, right? We're living on this planet. We have to breathe the air, right? But thank God we have these tools to help us, stay as clean as possible and get out the invaders.
Mhm.
So I wanted to ask Anne Marie to share. She's with us to do a testimonial and share her experience with Cellcore thus far.
Well, at the risk of sounding like an infomercial, this product has really made such an impact in the way I feel. I was telling Dr. Luann, I had a 25-year relationship with Candida. It's now gone. The tinnitus, the ringing in the ears, gone. The eye twitching is gone. I just feel so much better. And I didn't realize that I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling ill, but now like I wake up in the morning and I'm not sluggish. I feel energized. I get through the day. I don't get the slump anymore in the afternoon. It's what, like 8 o'clock, 8:30 now? I still feel energized. It's like I need new friends because nobody can keep up with me anymore.
You want to come out of retirement?
No,
Not a chance, right?
not taking you up on that offer. No, it's like just the energy level. I just feel so much better. And because I feel better physically, I feel like I have more patience. I feel less anxious about life in general. I'm calmer. I'm happier. And it's something that I didn't really put it all together until I started to think about it. It says, wow, I feel so much better now than I did last year.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really truly is amazing. It's a commitment. And I'm so glad I made that commitment because it's just an amazing product, and it really does change you inside, outside, and all around.
Mm-hmm. From the cells to the external. And just seeing you on the call 2 weeks ago, you normally radiate and you're so positive and happy and you're a joyful person. And like you have a lot of energy. So to see you up level, at least electronically, seeing you shift, it warms my heart just because, I've gotten to work with you over the years. And it's just like such a blessing to hear that happen for the
Well,
cancer.
even when I go for a walk, like if I do a morning walk, when it came to the hill, I'd be, like I have to go up this damn hill now. I practically glide up the hill.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's huge.
yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Yeah, I want to be the poster child.
I mean, I think a lot of us feel improvements, but that's remarkable. And do you mind me asking I don't even know your age range. Like,
I'm 67.
are you serious? Oh my gosh. So that's priceless. Not part of your process of, I call it refinement. People get mad when I don't say aging. we're refining and we're getting more of our, to be more of ourselves. And to have that given to you at that time is precious because you have all this energy and I can just feel it when you're
Yeah, I mean, it is awesome.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, you're awesome and you committed to it and you chose it.
Mhm.
Now it's serving you. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
So good. Thank you, Anne Marie.
of
And
course.
I can't believe you're retired. I mean,
It's the best invention ever.
Tony, you're next. 2 more years. Okay, no problem. It's under 800 days. Oh my gosh, so good. They work together, so there's that inside thing there. Incredible givers, caretakers, teachers, counselors. I mean, there's some remarkable people that, you know, are attracted to Cellcore, but to Dr. Luann's office as well. We have some incredible people. So grateful for you, grateful for everyone being here. And if anyone has any other questions or comments, feel free to share. Otherwise, we'll just say au revoir. Our next call is going to be November 30th. Same time, 8 o'clock. Carly?
I was gonna say, it's almost been a year. I had an appendicitis and I was in the hospital and they had me on antibiotics for 4 days, which actually took the pain away. And they never took my appendix, which was nice. So while I was in the hospital, I looked it up and I was like, oh, I need that. It's part of our immune system.
Yeah.
So, and everybody that I was talking to, they're like, what? No, they should have taken it out. Who needs that? It's such a horrible thing. It's ugly. It's this, it's that. I'm like, no, it's a good thing. But, and I will say, you know, and then shortly after that, I started on the Cellcore product, and I really do think that probably has helped me stay away from having it taken out.
Fantastic. From the itis, right? From the itis being anywhere.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you. Yeah, it's like the intelligence of the body created the appendix. Why did we suddenly go, nah, just remove it? Kind of like gallbladder, nah, just take it out. Now, if it's going septic and you're toxic and it's going to kill you, fine. But
Yes.
otherwise, yeah, I know, it's insanity.
Yeah.
So good. I'm really grateful you're having that experience. And I have my own, because in July I went up to Connecticut to see some clients and have fun and, you know, do whatever I thought I was going to do. And then my body was like, no, we're going to have some itis. We're going to have some diverticulitis. And I thought that was for, like, you know, sorry, 70-year-old people or whatever. It's like an old person thing. And I experienced just absolute hell for probably a week. I mean, it was just 100% the kind of pain that drives you to the hospital or to the ER. And I was just sweating it out in bed, thinking there's no way I'm going into any facility. I'm going to just take Cellcore. And that's what I did for more than 12 days. And I had 106 fever and, you know, I didn't eat, whatever. The point is, it got me through it. And I haven't had anything since then. I mean, it was just, I've had nothing, no pain, no recurrence of anything. And I believe, I know in my heart of hearts, I know that is the Cellcore helping me at a cellular level to, you know, that smooth muscle of the colon just getting cleansed. So pretty amazing. Avoiding the hospital, I'm just going to say it. This whole call is not compliant. Just avoiding the hospital. I think we're all in agreement there. And they do good things, right?
Yeah, believe me, I was a little worried while I was in there. But it's like I didn't make any fuss. I just was like under the radar. I did get tested for this stupid thing. And I only wore my mask when I was walking around in the hallways because I wanted to make sure I was still moving. Because they more or less want you just to lay in bed and not move. They wanted to give me, what's that, for blood clotting. They wanted to give me a shot. And I'm like, No, that's right. I'll keep moving.
Yes, yes, and the key is being your own advocate in those environments. And sometimes
Yeah.
if you're in a stress state, you can't be your own advocate. So good for you for like cruising through that and being on the other side of it, getting on the other side of it.
Right.
I was just curious, what put you there?
Was I there?
Yeah, were you saying you were in the hospital?
Yeah, I was in Danbury Hospital of all places.
Oh, no. What put you there?
The appendicitis.
And I'm curious, did they, like, because your body probably got over it really fast. They're probably like, hang on, all the other patients are taking twice as long or something. Did you hear them say anything or did they comment?
Nope.
Okay.
They just had me on the antibiotics for 4 days, and I was more or less on a floor where it seemed like they were observing people.
Okay.
Yeah, so people were coming and going while I was there.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had that experience. I was just curious.
Yeah, and it's, and it's in no regard to, slam the institution, but it's piecemeal. There's this person, there's that person, then another person comes and like who has the real consistent care of the person. So that's a systematic issue, but it's more about let's just remove the organ itself, right? And you advocated for yourself not to have that happen, and then subsequently have healed
Mhm.
further, right? Thank heavens for that, and thank
Yeah, yeah.
that. So, very good. Well, it's been nice chatting with all of you, and keep up the good work, taking all your good stuff, and this is a place for support. Also, I feel like we need to come together and have community and bring our concerns and share and talk about anything that's bothering you or something that's unfamiliar or you have a question about, because this can be intense, and it can also be a total revelation and just such a gift. So thanks everybody for chiming in and
Thank you.
being here.
Thanks.
Yeah, love you lots.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a
Wonderful call.
good night. Yeah, so good to see you. Okay,
Same.
bye for now.
Thank
Sharon,
you.
thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay warm.
Yeah.